Good morning everyone and welcome to my Mother's Spark. My name is Christy, and with it being cold and flu season, I'm going to show you how to do a home remedy that will kick out that cold or that flu bug really fast. And today I'm going to show you how to whip up a quick oregano salve. And it's going to be a little bit different than the calendula salve because we're going to make it softer. But I wanted to show you how to do this with so many children getting sick right now with the flu, and there are a lot of places out there where they cannot find medications in the stores over the counter to give their children. So this is something that you can actually whip together at home with some things that you have at home, rub it on their feet, throw some socks on, and it will help kick out that bug really fast. So as you can see, we are going to use our double boiler again. I've already put my water in there. We're going to go ahead and turn this on to get it to start heating up the water underneath. You should have some either olive oil and essential oregano oil, or if you don't have those two things, you can infuse your own olive oil with oregano. And if you don't know how to do that, I explain how to infuse an oil in my calendula video, and I will link that for you. In mine, I'm also going to put some menthol crystals, and the reason I'm doing this is because if someone in my house has a flu, they probably have the fever, and the menthol will help draw that fever out and cool them down. So I will be adding some menthol crystals in my in my oregano salve, but it is not necessary. You do not have to do this for this oregano salve to work. This is olive oil and oregano oil infused together. And we are going to go ahead and use about a cup of this. And we're going to dump it right into our top boiler here. Now, I've had to recently use this in my own household. It was used for a couple of us that were sick, and within a couple days we started feeling better. So it will also help soothe those symptoms that you get from the cold and the flu, as long as you don't mind smelling like Olive Garden when you go to bed. Now, you can also consume oregano oil. You can buy that over the counter in the stores. But you have to be very careful, because if you consume too much of it, it can actually be toxic on some of your other organs. So this is the way that I like to do it. I know that my body is not going to absorb any more than it needs to through my feet, and everything else will just kind of sit there and wash off when you take a shower or a bath the next day. Now, this particular salve, I want it to be a little bit softer than my last one. So we are only going to be using, if I can get it open, there we go. We are only going to be using an ounce of the beeswax this time. And your beeswax is what solidifies your salves. So we're going to go ahead and dump that in as well. Now, if you want to, you can also add some lavender to this, just to not make it such a strong oregano smell, that's perfectly fine to do, but I'm going to leave the scent out this time. And we're going to put about a half of a teaspoon of our menthol crystals. And just start stirring it up until everything blends together and your wax pellets or your wax brick, whatever you choose to use, is melted. I'm going to go ahead and get my tins ready. And this wax is melting really nice. I buy the pellets because they melt easier and more evenly. You can buy the 1 ounce bricks so that it's easier for you to measure if you don't want to measure it out. I don't mind measuring it out, so I would rather have it melt quickly because I have things to do. So the faster the better for me, so I can move on to the next project. Kind of reminds me of the smell of Vicks, and the consistency should actually be similar to Vicks as well, but the oregano is what's going to help fight that virus that you or your child may have. Disclaimer here, I am not saying do not take your children to the doctor. If you have the ability to take your children to the doctor, by all means, please do. But if you're planning on taking care of them at home and not doing a doctor's visit, then this really is the way to go. Alright, I'm going to turn off our little stove. It is all melted and very mentholy. I'm surprised my eyes aren't watering. We'll just put this in here for now. And then we're just going to pour them in our little tins. And my salve here should fill up 4 2-ounce tins. All right, there we go. So we're going to put the lids on these, and then we are going to let them go ahead and cool and solidify, and then we'll come right back. All right, welcome back, guys. This salve is done. So let me show you what it looks like. It looks just like the other ones. So this is your oregano salve, and as you can see, hopefully it is a little bit softer so that you can get a good glob on there. And you're gonna take this salve and you're gonna rub it on your feet, and then you're gonna pull socks up over it, and then you're gonna go to bed and let the oregano oil do its work. You can also put it on your chest if you want to, kind of like how a lot of us had Vicks done years ago. And because I added the menthol in here, it's just a soft menthol scent, so it'll help clear up those sinuses and that congestion and just soothe the cough and so forth. But on your feet, it's going to draw out that virus, and it's going to help just soothe all those symptoms that you get with a cold or flu. So it's very, very easy to make. I now have goo on my fingers, but I encourage you to try to make it and keep it on the shelf in case you cannot get over-the-counter medications or you can't get into the doctor, because it's something that you can just grab and use, and it's very good for you. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget, as I said, to hit the thumbs up. It really helps out this channel. And until next time, my name is Christy, and I am my mother's spark. Bye, everyone.